Good kill, good kill. Hey, good kill.
What's up, dudes? Today we're here in the F-14 once again because I feel like suffering today. So anyway, we're going to take this thing out. We're going to fight a Su-27 flanker over these mountains, which should add, you know, an interesting dynamic to the dogfight. Yesterday we had a giant snowstorm, but that didn't really... Topography can have a huge impact on the dogfight, right? A snowstorm is annoying, but it doesn't really affect, you know, the concepts of the dogfight that much. But anyway, here we got the Su-27 very close now, about 1 mile off the nose here, and into the merge. We got a little bit of vertical turning room on him, a little bit late on the merge for him, but he is coming into the vertical, it looks like. Alright, now, obviously the concepts are not that difficult. The flanker is obviously very good in a 1 circle. Tomcat, very good in a 2 circle. Here's the thing with the Tomcat. Also pretty good in a 1 circle, right? I just don't know if it's as good as a flanker. So I'm just not going to play that game, really. And I think the flanker is still a little bit... It's got more control in the 1 circle, it feels like. So I don't want to be there. The flanker will get 18.1 degrees a second in its maximum rate, and I in the Tomcat with flaps up, because I'm going to try not to jam my flaps, I can get 20.8, I believe. And they've kind of nerfed the F-14's rating ability, brought it a little bit closer to reality, so it might even be slightly lower than 20. But the point is that we're very similar in rate performance, the flanker and the F-14. Because we're in the 2 circle now, and we're getting right down onto the topography here. You can see these mountains. I'm trying to dump the nose through the valleys, right, and pull up on the other side. It's kind of a different level of, you know, energy management, because not only am I fighting him, I'm also fighting the side of the mountain. You know, if I'm too slow, we're gonna smoke the side of one of these hills. And here we go. Come on. Come on. Look at that. He tightens that down, survives narrowly, and he's going to try to reverse that into the 1 circle. He wants to neutralize this fight. And this is one of the problems with the Tomcat in the 1 circle is the visibility is just not very good. I'm going to climb over his nose, and then from here, we're basically just negating his 1 circle. And we're going to stiff arm him back into the 2 circle, which is essentially what you see here. If I can just not hit the ground here. Oof. Close one there. But you can see we have him back in the 2 circle, right where we want him. It's just a matter of patience here. Okay, and remember, you don't want to just pull your bandit into the HUD. Okay, that's called HUD BFM. And what it does is it creates a situation where you're constantly bleeding energy because you're flying pure pursuit almost the entire time. And it makes it easy because you end up taking high aspect shots. And that actually makes it easy for your bandit to, you know, neutralize the fights and, you know, get out a plane and all this other stuff. But basically right here I'm going to pull him into the HUD because I think I can kill him. It's really the only time you want to pull the bandit into the HUD. Look at that. Beautiful rounds on target. I hit him like 60 times there. Absolutely melted him. He got a little too slow. Mismanaging of energy cost him his life. Smash 1 flanker. I think these mountains and hills, like I said in the last round, they add a different layer to the fight. And it's just things that you don't always consider. You think it's always you against the other guy. And, you know, you don't realize that sometimes there's other factors involved in these dogfights, you know. So, as we talked about in the last round, the difference in the rate fight between these two is about 2 degrees, which is really not a big deal. So this fight is actually in the 2 circle, very even. Into the merge here. And vertical once again. So being so even, it really does come down to who manages energy better and who can avoid the side of a mountain. These are the 2 factors in this fight here now. Look at this once again. We got him locked in this 2 circle fight. He's going to try to dump that nose. We're going to tighten down the turn here a little bit. Just make sure he can't get nose on. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Alright. So that's the thing that happened, and we narrowly survived that. Definitely has put me in a bad position. That gave him like 20, 30, 40 degrees in the turn there while I was trying to not hit that side of that mountain. Got a little too slow there, that's what happened. Too slow and almost had trouble pulling up. I'm not going to make the same mistake here. I'm dumping the nose right into the valley, and then I'm going to pull up and cash that in to climb over the mountain, kind of doing a lopsided rate fight. And we are good. That flanker's nose does appear to be stuck in lag. Very much a fight of patience. This is a chess match. That's how you should look at a dogfight. You know, you're moving a piece and then he's responding to it. Especially when you're trying to fight each other for 1 circle, 2 circle. A little bit of climb here to make sure that he can't point his nose. And now we'll dump the nose. I got to get the advantage back because the advantage kind of went to him. I'm slowly getting it back now, but for the past 3 or 4 turns, the advantage has been his due to that, you know, mistake of almost hitting the side of the mountain. And things are finally turning in my favor now. I think he might have got a little too slow. He's going to probably reverse here for the 1 circle. Yeah, look at that. Good cues. Good reading by him. I'm literally just going to fly to his 6. And you see just right back into the 2 circle. Just stiff arm him. You know, don't let him pull you into a 1 circle. Just keep flying to his tail. And then he's going to go over the side of that mountain, which is fine. I know where he is, theoretically. So when I crest the top of this hill, we should find him. There he is across the hill. And again, remember, we're not just going to yank him into the HUD, right? That's going to bleed our energy. We're holding him in this assessment window above the canopy bow. And this is allowing us to build energy, to sustain energy. And when the time is right, once we get to a low aspect position behind the flanker, that's when we're going to start pulling him into the HUD to try to kill him. And even then, you want to make sure you've got a little bit of energy, so if you miss, you're not, you know, dead in the water. He tightened that down, and he's trying to get me into a 1 circle. I'm kind of scared to do anything here because of the mountain. I don't want to just fall out of the sky because there's no recovery time. So I'm just going to ditch out, man. I'm just going to ditch out. He got super slow there. Super slow. So I'm literally just going to ignore him and just go around for another pass. I don't think he's made a big difference. He's just prolonged his life for a couple turns here. I could have been more aggressive and gone and tried to kill him there. Look at him, he's trying to shoot at me. Wow. That was close, actually. That was actually close. He almost turned this around. That was interesting. I didn't see him being able to get nose on there, but very well done. Once again, into the 2 circle here. I'm going to try to hide underneath this mountain. And we're tightening down the turn a little bit to make sure that nose doesn't point. You see him, he tried to point that nose at me. I saw the nose come up and then it fell down once it realized it wasn't going to get it. But the good news is there, he cashed in energy to get that nose up, try to pull that lead. And that's exactly what I love to see, because that's when I start capitalizing and just whipping around, right? Look at him. He just got outrated. It's that simple, dude. If you pull a bandit into the HUD and you don't kill him, you're going to be in trouble. You know, here it is. Using a little bit of vertical to make sure he can't do that thing he did to me last time. Patience. Patience. Alright, we're going to start pulling him into the HUD. Come on. Come on, Tomcat. Come on, baby. Oh, splash 1 flanker. Whew. Alright. All the patience game.